pretend to be an ice skater. Then we step our other leg back and come down to our bellies, where we wiggle our shoulders all the way up, pretending to be a little snow snake. We tuck our toes and lift our bottoms up to the sky, where we woof like a little husky dog. We lift up one of our legs like a happy tail, and we put it between our hands, where we pretend to be an ice skater again. We step our other leg forwards and we say hello to the frost. Hello, frost.
Hello, frost.
Then we reach up to the snow and say to the snow, hello, snow. Now, Elsa was born with magical powers. Step one leg forward and one leg back. Bend your knee and stretch your arms. She could make ice. And jump your feet the other way. And frost. And lift your arms above your head and snow. At will. Now, Anna and Elsa were sisters, but they were also the very best of friends. Arms wide, wrap your arms around, giving yourself a great big hug. One night, the two girls were in bed. Sitting on your bottoms, bend your knees, feet flat, hands behind you. Lift up your bottoms, making a bed shape. But Anna couldn't sleep. The northern lights were keeping her up. She convinces her sister to come downstairs to play. The two girls tiptoe quietly down the stairs, where Elsa gets into position, leg forward, leg back, arms stretched. She makes the whole great hall covered in ice. Jump your feet the other way, making it into a winter wonderland. The two girls decide to build a snowman. Sitting on your bottoms, hug your knees and tuck your chin in so you don't bump your head when you roll back. They roll up a big snowball. Ready? All the way back. Ooh. Ooh. And another one for the head. Ooh. Ooh. Then they build him, standing up. Draw your heels together and bend your knees. Bring your arms above your head, joining your fingers over your head, making a snowman. They decide to call him Olaf. And Olaf likes warm hugs. The girls had a lot of fun, ice skating around the great hall. Taking one foot forward and one foot back, bend your knee. Now see if you can balance. Ooh. Can you do the other way? Turning all the way around, drop down to your knee and try the other side. Ooh.
You're
so good at the great hall. Anna loves jumping. Coming to stand in the middle, let's do a big jump. 1, 2, 3. Whee! And Elsa uses her magic to make her jump higher. 1, 2, 3. Whee! But oh no! Elsa slips and the magic hits Anna in the face. She crumples to the ground, collapsing into a snowy heap. The king and queen ride on horses to save their daughter. Put one foot forward, lifting your arms up, and tuck your back toes. Swapping your legs over now, put your other foot forward. Elsa follows on behind on her horse. Tuck your back toes. And because of her sadness at what she's done to her sister, she leaves behind her a trail of ice and snow. They reach the land of the trolls. Sitting on your bottoms, cross your legs. Grand Paddy sits and uses magic to reverse the curse of Elsa's magic on Anna. He rubs her ears. He rubs her jaw. And he places his hands on her head, removing from her memory all knowledge of her sister's powers, what she has done. Elsa huddles herself up. She feels so bad for what she's done to her sister and promises never to let her feelings, let her powers show again. Back at the castle, she keeps herself away from her sister and her parents. Standing up, take your legs wide, arms wide, But as she gets older, her powers get stronger, starting to spin now. They get stronger and stronger as she grows up. She has to start wearing gloves. Take your arms wide and turn your toe to the side. Stretch out over your front leg, take your hand down to your shin and reach up with your other hand, making a gloved hand. Then turning the other way, come back up to stand, turn your toe the other way. Reaching forward, touching your shin, reach up with your other hand up to the sky with a gloved hand. Elsa's father teaches her a mantra, coming down to kneel. A mantra is something you say to yourself to make your mind stronger. Elsa turns her hands over to receive the power of her mantra. Conceal it, don't feel it, don't let it show. But nothing seems to stop her powers from growing stronger. Around her 18th birthday, the King and Queen set sail on a boat. Sitting on your bottoms, lift up one foot, lift up two, lift up one hand, lift up no hands. Give me a wave. Yay! Yay! But there is a dreadful storm at sea, and the boat capsizes, meaning it turns upside down. Extend your legs long, lie back, take your arms wide, and lift up your legs. Very tragically, the King and Queen are killed at sea, lowering your legs all the way down. Elsa is next in line to the throne, coming up to stand, using chair pose for our throne. Bending your knees and sweep your arms up high into chair pose. It's the day of the coronation, and Elsa stands with her hands behind her back, bows all the way forwards to receive the crown on her head. She stands up tall and, removing her gloves, holds the scepter and the ball. She holds her breath, holding all of her powers inside. She can't let them show, not now. She holds her breath for just long enough to put them down and take a big breath out. She did it. She didn't let anyone see. Later, there's a party, and Anna and Elsa get talking again. Along the way comes the Duke of Wesselton. Turning to the side, seeing if you can hold your elbows behind your back. Take one leg forward, he bows forward, revealing his rather funny hair. Oh, hello, Queen Elsa. This dance. Well, Elsa doesn't really want to dance with him, so Anna has to instead. Bringing one hand above your head for your coxcomb, and your other hand to your tail for your tail feather. The Duke of Wesselton moves like a chicken, with the face of a monkey, coming all the way down, ready to jump like a monkey. 1, 2, 3. Anna thinks he's rather sprightly for a man in heels. Standing all the way up, turn to the side. Now lift up your arms and lift up onto your tippy-tippy tiptoes, trying not to wobble. Later at night, Anna gets talking to Prince Hans of the Southern Isles. Sitting down, take your legs around to the side in mermaid pose. Take your hand onto your knee and look over your shoulder. Now Prince Hans only really wants to get close to Anna because he wants to take over the throne of Arendelle. But later that night, he says to Anna, "Can I say something crazy? Will you marry me?" Anna is so flattered. Take your legs around to the other side. Hold onto your knee. Take your hand behind you. Look over your shoulder. Look back to the front. She says, "Can I say something crazier?" "Yes." But Elsa will not, cannot give her blessing. She stands. She forbids them to marry in such haste. The two girls argue. Stand up. And then, stepping one leg forward, one leg back, bend your knee, arms stretch. Elsa's powers are revealed. Shoo! Jump your feet the other way. Shoo! She covers the party in ice and frost and snow, showing everyone what she can do. Panicked, she flees up the mountain, taking big steps as she goes. goes, the wind howls. Legs wide, fingers in front of your mouth. Blow your fingers around and around. Ready? An eternal winter is cast over the kingdom. At the top of the mountain, she lets everything go as she casts off restraint. She sings, let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. She builds an ice palace. Arms wide, take them up and over your head. Jump your feet together, because Elsa brings back to life her and Anna's old friend, Olaf the Snowman. Bend your knees and join your fingers. And remember, I like warm hugs. Oh, it's nice that she's got her friend up the mountain. Anna sets off in search for her sister and goes to the shops, to the store to buy supplies. Here she meets Kristoff, the Iceman, who chops ice for a living. Turn to the side, take your legs wide. Crisscross your fingers behind your back and stretch them out. Now, let's chop some ice. 1, 2, 3, chop! And up. 1, 2, 3, chop! And up. Now, Kristoff has a rather lovely loyal friend called Sven. Sitting on your bottoms, your legs out long. Sven is a reindeer. Bend your knee and take your foot over your other leg. Give it a hug and stretch all the way around behind you in a twist. Now Sven rather likes catching snowflakes with his tongue. Let's do it on the other side too. Stretch those legs long, hug the other knee in now, and take that foot over to the other side. Hug that knee in and twist round behind you, catching some more snowflakes on this side. Anna convinces Kristoff and Sven to take her up the mountain to find Elsa in their sled. Lying on your toes, take your feet towards